Do you have any questions?
No, I would just like to say to Your Honor that I'm not suicidal. That's what I would like to say.
Okay.
I'm not suicidal.
Okay.
I am not suicidal. I am innocent, and I am not suicidal. If I did this, then it means that I stuck my fist in the fears of Black Americans in this country for over 400 years and the fears of the LGBTQ community. Your Honor, I respect you and I respect the jury, but I did not do this. And I am not suicidal. And if anything happens to me when I go in there, I did not do it to myself. And you must all know that. I respect you, Your Honor. I respect your decision. Jail time. I am not suicidal. I am not suicidal.
Stop locking up our plaques.
I am not suicidal, and I am innocent. I could have said that I was guilty a long time ago.
Stop locking up our plaques and talking.
Man, we know a lot of
Stop
stuff.
locking up our plaques.
Your very name has become an adverb for lying. And I cannot imagine what could be worse than that. People talk about situations where somebody's lying and trying to manipulate and maneuver a story, and your name comes up as, oh, pulling a Jussie, something like that. That's awful. You're the butt of jokes. And above all, the capper of all cappers, your performance on the witness stand. This could only be described as pure perjury. You got on the witness stand. You didn't have to. You did. You certainly have a right to. But you committed hour upon hour upon hour of pure perjury. So I'm trying to consider who you are as a person, how you got here, how somehow you strayed away from your family values, you let that dark, narcissistic, selfish, and arrogant side come out, and you persisted with it for years on this case. I'm fashioning the following sentence, and here's your sentence. I'm sentencing you to 30 months felony probation, and the probation is going to be to this court. You're going to be allowed to travel wherever you want. You do not have to live in the state of Illinois. You can report by phone. I know that if you're going to try to make a living and do some of the things you do, you may have to go to other places, New York and Los Angeles. You can do those things. You will pay restitution to the city of Chicago in the amount of $120,106. You are fined $25,000, which is the maximum fine, and you will spend the first 150 days of your sentence in the Cook County Jail, and that will start today, right here, right now.
This has felt like the reincarnation of Al Capone's trial, okay? To be honest, and it's not your fault. I'm not trying to say it's your fault. I'm saying my mom's 69 years old. She was born in 1952 in Texas. All right, she knows a thing about racism. She doesn't really need a lecture about the extent of racism. Neither does an openly gay African American man. All right, I strongly believe. You know what I'm going to say. You know I strongly believe in my brother's innocence. Your Honor, I come before you humbly to request leniency when you sentence my brother. Please remember that we are currently living in a time in which we are enduring a vicious pandemic, extreme economic uncertainty, a major conflict in Eastern Europe, and global paradigm shifts taking place everywhere. As human beings, we are collectively worn down. But Jussie Smollett is not at the source of the socio-economic and political problems on earth. The crime he has been accused of is not even considered a felony in most states. Incarceration of any kind would send the wrong message, especially in a time in which we as a nation have expressed in a bipartisan plurality the desire to see real criminal justice reform and an end to unnecessary mass incarceration, which predominantly affects African Americans, Hispanics and Latinos, and poor and impoverished white people. Now, we all know the Sixth Amendment of the U.S. Constitution guarantees the right to a speedy trial. In my opinion, it is unfathomable for me to stand here in March of 2022 pleading with Your Honor not to give my brother jail time for a low-level offense that is alleged to have been committed in early 2019. This is not restoring public trust. All right? We are dealing with a lot of things in the world right now, and sending him to jail would not be restoring public trust.
I felt compelled to come and tell you that the Jussie I know and love does not match up with the media's betrayal of him. And I'm talking to you guys. You haven't done a good job on investigative reporting. I've worked on documentaries. I know what it is. And so you got to do better. I challenge you to do more investigative reporting. What the media may not know is that Jussie is what I call a justice warrior. He has been active against injustice all his life, as his mother has, who is an incredible rock for her children. I also have fought against injustice forever, and I feel it's in our DNA. I attribute this to being Jewish and the persecution of my ancestors. The Hebrew words tikkun olam means to repair the world, and that's what I do, and that's what Jussie does.
I have seen firsthand the disastrous impact jail has on far too many young people of color, especially young African American men, who often see a complete loss of hope in their situations. Since this case involves the alleged actions of a very visible public figure, it presents a unique opportunity to send a message to millions of young black and brown men that the system cares for them. This highly publicized Class 4 felony case can be utilized as a positive teaching moment about how the criminal justice system can work to benefit all in our society.